Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of Fast Break Bets presented by BettingPros. You know me, you know the voice of the guys, me, really Ralph, and then Ralph's Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. This is a special recap today. It really is. Yeah, playoff cloud didn't hit. You know what? It happens sometimes. And honestly, the New York Liberty were completely not prepared to show up for that game at all. Nobody hit. So, I really can't even blame her. Somehow, some way, she's still leading the series in points. The 100-1 bet is still alive, in case you were wondering. DeWanna Bonner, over 14 and a half points. She was amazing. Okay. This is about the Golden State Valkyries because their season ended tonight. And I just have to say thank you. Thank you so much. You know, when my heart was broken by Eric Tebow getting fired from the Washington Mystics, because for so many seasons of him and then his daddy before him, who was the coach, and his predecessor before him, the Washington Mystics were so good in the first half. Oh my gosh. If you weren't here with me betting the WNBA in that span, they were so good in the first half. And when he got fired, I knew that trend was over. And then here comes Natalie Nakase in this Golden State Valkyries team. Thank you. My bankroll appreciates you. Thank you for the 2-1 cash tonight. Thank you. I mean, the Valkyries finished the season 28-13 and how many ties was it? 6. 28-13-6 on the season in the first half against the spread. For a team that was an underdog, how many times were there a dog this season? What is this? Math in public, 15 times. No, I'm sorry. 15 plus math in public, 18. What's that? 28, 30, 33. 33 times of a 44-game season. They were an underdog. 33 times. They finished with a straight up record in the first half of 23, 17, and 5. They were 13, 1, and 2 ATS at home, including the San Jose game tonight. Thank you, Valkyries. That's all I have to say. Thank you to the Valkyries. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And we were playing, and by the way, we were playing that since what was it, game 7, game 8. So if you're one of those haters that be like, yo, you were betting that the whole time. Yep, we were betting this since game 8 of the season. And I've been betting it every single game since. So love the Golden State Valkyries. All right. I'm going to give you the plays that I'm actually going to play here tonight. But first, I have to make sure that I remind you all about our newest sponsor over here at BettingPros and Fast Break Bets, Hard Rock Bet. Everybody loves the Hard Rock casinos and hotels. Well, now guess what? You can use their top-rated Hard Rock Bet sportsbook. Hard Rock Bet is the only sportsbook legal in the state of Florida. Also, it's available in Arizona, Ohio, New Jersey, Indiana, Tennessee, Virginia, Illinois, and Colorado. So make sure you get over there. If you live in New Jersey, you can also play Hard Rock Bets online casino. So a little bit something for the Jersey residents there. Might want to plan a trip. Get over there. Get some NFL bets in on the season. Get some WNBA bets in over there at Hard Rock Bet. Sign up for Hard Rock Bet. Make a $5 bet, and you will get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Just head over to Hard Rock Bet, sign up, and make your first deposit today. All right. First game of the night. Let's talk about it. The Indiana Fever on the road going to play the rubber match between them and the Atlanta Dream. Atlanta Dream are laying 7.5 at home. 154 is the total. That total is dropping. I understand it. I do think it's going to be an under game because I don't think the Indiana Fever are going to be able to do their part of the scoring in this one. It's been fun. I kind of told you I wish I just gave out the Fever play instead of giving out the Dream Team total over, but it is what it is. But I kind of did say that I thought Indiana was live in that game, and sure enough, they did win it. Now they're going back to Atlanta here. This again, another travel spot. Luckily for the Atlanta Dream, if you remember, I was talking about the Atlanta Dream a little bit earlier in the season about how much traveling they've been doing very, very recently towards the end of the season. That might come in handy here. I think the Dream are going to roll in this game. I'm taking the Atlanta Dream. I'm laying the 7.5 points. The Atlanta Dream scored 60 points in that game. That was the worst performance by the Atlanta Dream. And I mean, worst performance in a while. In fact, the Atlanta Dream had not scored below 70 points since June 24th. You want to know why I know June 24th? It's not just because I looked it up. It's because it's the same day that I took the Atlanta Dream team total over against the Dallas Wings, and they had statistically one of their worst seasons. I mean, one of their worst games ever, and actually one of the worst games ever in the WNBA, ever. And that was the day I bet the Dream team total over. And now I bet the Dream team total over again. And they did it in the playoffs again. So, very annoyed there. However, I bring that up to talk about what happened in those next two games. The level of play from the Dream stepped up exponentially. They played two of the best teams in the WNBA at that span, the Minnesota Lynx and the New York Liberty. They took the Lynx into overtime and they beat the Liberty and scored 90 points on both of them. So I think the offensive explosion here at home is going to be really, really big for the Minnesota Lynx here. Also, I am a very large proponent of I do not trust the Indiana Fever on the road. I don't think that the scoring can be trusted on the road. Kelsey Mitchell will be good. I think we're about 50-50 on most other players, and it's really because they just have so many other injuries at this point. It's really, really hard to get past all of that with the level of injuries that they have in the backcourt. And so you're not getting the consistent play playing the, 6, 7, 8, 9 players down on the bench so many minutes. And Area Powers stepped up really big there in Indiana, but the numbers on the road for the Indiana Fever have not been as good. And so I think that they're going to struggle here offensively. You're playing against an Atlanta Dream team that's top three in basically almost all defensive metrics, especially here at home. The Atlanta Dream have the slowest pace in the WNBA playing here at home, especially when they play here at home as a favorite. They just completely take the air out of the ball, play out of the half court, play some nasty defense, and really force you into some ugly sets. I think the Dream are going to put on a masterclass, and we're going to see why there was such a tier gap between these two teams. I think the Indiana home court was the only thing that made that last game what it was. And now coming back here on the road, the Atlanta Dream closed them out. So I'll take the Atlanta Dream laying 7.5 here. All right. Before I get to the next play here, I have to talk to you about the BettingPros app. If you don't have that BettingPros app, you need to get it. You need to go get it. You need to go find your next bet over there on the BettingPros app because they have now a personalized bet feed that will be able to go out there and give you customizable tailored bets to you. Like that is there for you. You go, you look at the feed and it says, hey, here's some things you can look at now. You can back it, you can fade it, you can do whatever, but they're tailored to you. The sportsbook sync, you can automatically track all your bets in one spot, easily monitor your bet performance, create betting systems, or you can use some of the winning trends and systems that we have. We have over 20,000 of them. So we have a special offer to get Betting Pros Premium for 6 months. To claim the offer, just go to bettingpros.com/premium, make a deposit with the partner sportsbook, and place your wager. All right, let's get into it. Next game on the slate, let's talk about the Las Vegas Aces and the Seattle Storm. Aces laying 8.5, 159.5 is the total. I'm playing player prop in this one. I do think the Aces win. I am not sure if they win going away or not. There might be some quit in the Seattle Storm on the road, maybe. But I'm not 100% certain if the Aces win going away or not. But I do think the Aces win. Now, why do the Aces win? Because, of course, GOAT Asia Wilson is going to garner so much attention as she normally does. And that always frees up the next best person. And Jackie Young has quietly had a really, really good series here. In the first two games of the series, Jackie Young has scored 18 and 25 points in the last game. Jackie Young's points prop is currently at 16 and a half at plus money. This is for Jackie Young, a player who's clearly the second best option here on the Las Vegas Aces, not just offensively, defensively. She does it on both sides of the court, and she's been incredibly consistent. She's been extremely good at home this season. At home, she's hitting over 16 and a half points in 61% of her home games this season in 2025, that is. And then you also look at what she did against the Seattle Storm at home this season. 22, 26, and 18 points in those games. She's been really, really good against Storm, been good against them at home, been good against them on the road. Like, it's Jackie Young. And so I think in this pivotal game, you don't want to let Asia Wilson beat you. You do not want to let her beat you. In an elimination game, you don't want her to be the reason you get sent home. And so I think there will be more double teams towards her this go around. I think they'll be forcing the ball out of her hands. And I think that it's going to come up to Jackie Young to come out and make some really, really big shots for this team, especially from behind the arc, and to be able to keep them going. This is somebody who shoots 40% from beyond the three. So 16 and a half points is just an incredibly low number for Jackie Young. And I'm honestly shocked that it's this low. I get that the total has dropped because this is a game 3, so we're expecting a higher level of defense. But I don't think that means that Jackie Young is going to drop in production. I think this means a little bit of something for some other people, like maybe a Melissa Smith doesn't have a good game. Maybe Cheyenne Parker-Tyus doesn't come out and drop some 7 points in 5 minutes or something like that. Like maybe this Kristen Bell doesn't have that good of a game. Like, I think that it's going to fall to a lot of other players other than Jackie Young. I think Jackie Young's still going to have a really good game against Seattle Storm here. I don't think they have anybody that can keep up with her. So I will play Jackie Young over 16 and a half points. Even money on that prop. Even money on something she's done in both games of the series this far. It's crazy. And then those are the two plays. Jackie Young over 16 and a half points. Atlanta Dream laying 7.5 to close out the Indiana Fever. With that, I'm at reallyreal__. Make sure you give me a follow on X at BettingPros on X and TikTok at BettingPros, and a follow on Instagram at youtube.com/BettingPros. And with that, that is it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to end it like this. We are out of here.